Greetings folks, Chris here, and welcome to yet another in my series. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to bring to you the CZ Scorpion Emo 3. Okay folks, so here it is. This is the CZ Scorpion Evo 3. I don't know why I called it an Emo 3. This is a semi-automatic handgun, and it's billed as such and it's sold as such. And it comes with two 20-round semi-transparent
large capacity ammunition feeding devices.
CZ's mags. This is a 20-round magazine, and it's only going to be anywhere between $15 and $20. But another thing I like is you can tell exactly when you have your 20 rounds because this is transparent. I like that. You can see through this. Some people that bothered, for me it didn't bother me at all. I like knowing how many rounds I have left or if I've got all 20 in the magazine, so that's a great touch. Cool. But I had a lot of fun shooting this. If you guys saw my X-Star EP9 video, you saw that we were also comparing the X-Star EP9 to this right here. And even though I loved the X-Star EP9, I loved this a little more, and I ended up getting it. Now, I would consider this gun to be a good home defender since it's not long and you don't have a huge barrel to wield around. And if you are practiced or experienced enough to be able to clear your house the safe way, it doesn't have a long barrel that'll get stuck in any doorways or anything like this. So at 20 rounds of 9mm and that kind of control, and especially if you've got a red dot or something like that up here and a flashlight down over here somewhere, you've got yourself a pretty good home defender if you can get to it and access it quickly enough. Now, we're going to go ahead and take this thing and my modifications as well from nose to butt. And let's just go over the firearm. The muzzle is hand tight, right? And you can screw this all the way off, revealing the threads upon which you can put your suppressors. So this is easy to take off and your suppressors can fit right here over this threaded barrel. So that's a good feature for those of you who want to use suppressors. Now next, you'll see that this has an angular foregrip on it. But this gun did not come with this angular foregrip. I put this on here because it gives you a little bit more of an ergonomic grasp on the front of the firearm without actually making this a pistol grip. And you can see right here that it also has the safety catch right here to keep your hands from slipping off and going up in front of the muzzle while you're firing, which can be very inconvenient. So the angular foregrip here came from Magpul. Now the front sight has a single post which is adjustable, and I took the liberty, as you can see, of putting some orange paint up there so that I could actually see the front sight because my eyes are crappy. The front sight also comes with these ribs right here on the top, right here to cut glare. Now the charging handle is a non-reciprocating charging handle. Now what does that mean? Well, we'll go ahead and take the magazine out. A reciprocating charging handle, for those of you who've maybe shot a AK-47 or other guns like that, it reciprocates with every shot. So every time the gun goes off, it's going boom, 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 back and forth. You know how it goes back and forth like that? If you shot an AK-47, the charging handle reciprocates with the bolt. But this is non-reciprocating, so this charging handle does not move while the firearm is being fired. Now, I like that, and the reason I like that is if I'm grabbing this gun and my thumb is up here for some reason, which I don't know why it would be, but I don't have to worry about the charging handle slamming into my hand, and the charging handle is reversible, so you can take the charging handle and put it into the other side. And the charging handle also operates, and this is a blowback operated firearm, a direct blowback. It operates like a H&K, so you could pull it back into position up here. Right. Another way it operates like an MP5, and there's two ways to send this home. One is that I'll go ahead and pull the magazine out so I can actually do this because it won't allow me to do this if the magazine's here. The charging handle will stop about here, but you put your new magazine in, you slap this down, and it sends your bolt home. You're chambered and ready to go. But then there's the other way to do it. When you pull your charging handle back, you can see it stops because there's a magazine in there, right? And this right here, that's a bolt release. You could take your hand, right? And that sends your bolt home too. So there's two ways to send your bolt home. I've got this set, by the way, for left-handers because I shoot guns that I'm going to shoulder with my left hand, and I shoot regular pistols with my right hand. Don't ask me why. Now the CZ Scorpion, as you can see, is just covered with rail section. All these rails right here. Here's rail. Underneath here is rail. There is all sorts of rail section for which you can attach your lights, lasers, and other such tactical accessories. You can put them all on there. And another good thing about this gun is that it has 4 places upon which you can attach slings. Right here, and then again on the other side, right here and right here. So you've got 4 sling mount locations, which gives you some versatility when you're slinging your firearm. Now your mag releases are right here. There's another one on the other side of this trigger guard, but these are your mag releases right here, and you push them forward, and you can see that your magazine just flies out. Now I have mixed feelings about the mag release system that they've got on this firearm. It's one of the things that I don't like about it, is because even though this magazine comes shooting out, let's just say you shot all your rounds, right? Let's squeeze the trigger, right? This thing will hold open, and you can see that you've got your open breech right there. You want to be able to do a quick mag change. No, you can't. You can't do it. You've got to grab your magazine out by hand and change it by hand. So there will be no pushing the mag release while you're grabbing another magazine and loading your fresh one in as your other one has already dropped. You've got to go through the effort to pull it out with one hand. Now, the fact that it doesn't do that doesn't necessarily send me to the therapist. However, if you're one of those people that depends on a quick mag drop and a quick mag change like that, that's 1 or 2 extra motions that you've got to do, because you've either got to pull it out by hand yourself and replace it while your bolt is open, or you got to pull your handle back and put it into the resting position like this, and now your mag will come out. So it's up to you. I mean, as for me, it didn't deter me enough to not want to get this because I like this enough to get it, but that's something for you to take into consideration. Now, the other thing that I don't like is the position of the safety. I think they should have done something different with the safety. Now, here's the safety, right? Now, here it is on safe, and here it is, red, you're dead. The problem with this, and you can see that the safety is jutting into my finger right there, creating a dent. I'm shooting this the way I naturally would shoot it. Yes, I've got my finger on the trigger. Don't cry, people. And after you shoot this a while, with this safety right here banging into your finger right there, it does actually start to get sore. And I think that maybe CZ could have put the safety here or someplace different, because this is a very inconvenient and potentially painful location for the safety to be. So also through KAK Industries, I got the left-handed safety delete for this because I hold the grip with my left hand when I'm shooting it. So I made some changes. I put a left-handed safety delete right here so I can shoot this firearm without a handle banging into my finger. But the safety operates pretty good. Stiff, but not too stiff. It's decisive, and it doesn't accidentally engage or disengage, which is what you want. So that's the safety, and then again, you can modify which side it's on so you can have a more comfortable shooting experience. Now, the rear sights, as you can see, you've got some aperture settings right here. This is adjustable, you know, for windage or whatever, right? But you can change it. You can see right here, there's that small hole right here on this, right? That's set for further distances. Now it's a little bit open more wide for medium distances. And then there's close quarter. You can see it's open very wide. So you've got 3 different aperture settings for the rear sights, which is very cool. And again, the rear sights are adjustable. Now for me, the sights were okay, but considering the fact that my eyes are crappy, again, I painted that front sight with a little bit of orange paint so that I could actually see it through these sights here. And that helps me just a little bit. But what helped me even more was the red dot that I put on it, and you'll see that in the shooting footage. Now coming to the grip here, The grip comes with just regular plastic and these types of serrations right here. You see that? These travel all the way down the grip, and you can see that I put Talon grip tape, the rubberized stuff. I had some Talon grip tape from some other pistol, and I just went ahead and used it there. Now for the rear and the arm brace. Again, this is not a buttstock, this is an arm brace. I told you that we were gonna go over that. I purchased this adapter, this buffer tube, and this arm brace from KAK Industries and installed it myself. And this is an arm brace, which means this is not a short-barreled rifle. And as of the time of my purchase, this was a legal thing to do. And I think it still is. You can actually shoulder the arm brace and it does not repurpose this into being a short-barreled rifle. There used to be an opinion that if you were to shoulder this, put this to your shoulder, that it could put you in trouble with the ATF. And as of my last understanding, that is not true. I have a copy of their letter to KAK Industries, as a matter of fact, explaining that their arm brace does not repurpose the CZ Scorpion into a short-barreled rifle. However, the big hint there is that there's threads here from putting on the buffer tube and all that stuff. None of your threads can have Loctite on them. If you put Loctite on them, then it makes it more of a permanent fixture, and then you have repurposed this into a short-barreled rifle, and then you're gonna have to pay for your short-barreled rifle stamp, wait for the approval and the paperwork and all that stuff, as well as this angular foregrip. I'm not sure if I explained this already, but this angular foregrip is fine. It doesn't repurpose it into a short-barreled rifle. But if I were to get a pistol grip type of grip up here, then that repurposes this into a short-barreled rifle into the weird little minds of the ATF, and then you have to pay the money because they're gonna get their money somehow. This is not a buttstock. This is an arm brace. And as long as you can get a strap and put it in here and strap it to your arm, just like this, because the arm brace is meant to wrap around your arm like this, right? Then you have an arm brace and you're using it as such. And again, that is as of this time right now, because you never know. People have been digging after devices just like this, trying to figure out a way that they can either make them illegal or get money from them. So
has ability with a 30 caliber clip to disperse with 30 bullets within half a second.
Things are always subject to change. Make sure you pay attention before you get the gun or before you get the accessory or whatever. Make sure you check with the ATF to make sure that you're not going to be doing anything unwittingly that puts you into an illegal bracket.
30 magazine clip in half a second.
And then finally, another thing that drew me to the CZ Scorpion was the ease of takedown and field stripping this thing. You're not going to believe how easy this is. If you've never seen it before, just take your magazine out, make sure your breech is empty, there's no rounds in the chamber. And for you safety virtue signalers out there just waiting to pounce and show us your safety prowess, there's nothing in this firearm. So take another lithium and relax. Now, you'll see right here that there is a pin right there, right? You could pull it up with just your hands, no tools necessary. Put your firearm down just like this, grab onto your trigger group right here, and just pull it off. Everything's accessible. You can get your brushes and cleaning patches in there and clean that out. And the bolt comes out this easy. Now, I'm gonna hold it here because I want it on a flat surface, but you just push in on your bolt right here and then pull up a little bit. And with the spring tension, this comes out. So you can get your patches and brushes to work here too. You don't have to take this apart, not very often, but there is a way to do it if you want to get an even deeper clean. But for the most part, and routinely, it's not going to be necessary. Clean around in here. And then of course right now this is dirty because I've been firing it and I've got to clean it soon, but you put it back together, you put your bolt back in, put it in the position. It's like slide it forward under its spring tension and then just seat it down right there. And there it stays. One more time, get your trigger group and just kind of slide it down into position here. Push it down, push this in. Disco. And the trigger. Let's go ahead and test the trigger while we're here, shall we? Now, speaking of the trigger, I put a lightened trigger kit by H&B Industries in here. Well, I took it to a gunsmith and had them do it, but I got a lightened trigger kit and spring for this trigger, and it is now about a 4.5 pound trigger pull. maybe 5 pounds, but it's significantly lighter than the stock trigger in here. But let's go ahead and do the trigger pull for you. We'll bring this back here. All right. Now the trigger pull is about 4.5 or 5 pounds. Can you see it? And short travel there. Right. And the reset right here, it'll throw your finger forward. Right there. One more time. Pretty good trigger after I put that spring kit in there. It wasn't bad before, but there you go. Reset. So it's a closer trigger and a lighter trigger than when I bought this. So this is it, the CZ Scorpion Evo 3 S1. I would fully recommend it. This has been a great gun to have and a very fun gun to shoot. Which, speaking of shooting, make sure you catch the range footage at the end of this. Don't miss it. And I've got some other things on the burner, so make sure you keep watching for it. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be alerted and know when it happens. My name is Chris, and again, thank you for watching. My email address is scrolling across the bottom of the screen as we speak right now. That's 2improper@gmail.com. Write and I'll answer you, provided you're going to be polite about whatever it is you have to say, and that includes the comment section. And if I've got the time. Thanks for watching again. God bless America, and keep on protecting your families, yourselves, your country, its flag, and its honor. It's the patriotic thing to do, which makes it the right thing to do. But here we go. Let's see how this thing does. go. Here we go. This thing threw a shell right in the back of my. Beautiful.